Game Freak, the studio behind 30 years of Pokémon, just made one of the most interesting action RPGs of 2026, and I genuinely did not see that coming. Beast of Reincarnation is their first AAA game outside the Pokémon series, and it's on Xbox Game Pass day one. So if you're subscribed to that, there's honestly no reason not to just try it tonight. But if you're thinking about spending $60 on it, let me give you the real picture first. So let's get into it. Japan, the year 4026. Civilization's gone. A parasitic blight has consumed the natural world, turning animals into massive, corrupted creatures called Malefacs. You play Emma, an 18-year-old sealer born with blight corruption in her blood, who absorbs that corruption from enemies and turns it into a weapon. Her companion is Koo, a wolf-like malefact who should be her enemy and ends up being her most loyal partner instead. That's the setup, and it's a good one. Before we get into combat, this is not a Soulslike. I know the marketing plays with that comparison. Push back on it. This is a fun, action-adventure game that happens to have a technically demanding parry system at its core, and story mode exists if the timing sounds intimidating. Don't let that label be the reason you skip this. Emma's combat is built around parrying, katana, dodge, deflect. But the parry does more than keep you alive. Every clean deflection generates fluorescence points that fuel Koo's bloom arts. So you're not just parrying defensively, you're building your offensive toolkit for him at the same time. That loop between Emma's precision and Koo's explosive power is the central mechanic of the whole game, and honestly, it's really clever. Koo is where this gets genuinely interesting. Mid-fight, you can issue commands to him through a system that briefly slows time and opens his available bloom arts. It gives combat this hybrid quality, fast and technical with Emma, tactical and deliberate with Koo. You're juggling two systems at once, and it makes fights feel more layered than a straight parry game could manage alone. You can feel Game Freak's Pokémon DNA in how they handle that bond, the warmth, the growth, the care. This is a studio that knows exactly how to make you care about a companion. Stack on top of that, verticality that bleeds into combat, hookshot traversal into death from above executions, stealth kills, ranged options, a light cooking buff system for players who actually explore. And the Nushi bosses are the design highlight. Beating one doesn't just push story forward, Emma absorbs its power and your toolkit expands. Boss progression and character progression are literally the same system. The best fights test everything you've learned at once, and that's the game at its absolute best. Quick heads up, the first 3 to 4 hours are the weakest part. Limited kit, unfamiliar enemies, environments that haven't shown you what makes this special yet. Push through. If you quit early, you're quitting a different game than the one it becomes. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 9:30 Eastern. Links in the description with my Discord and my other channels. Come hang out, talk games, get in the grind with the community. The atmosphere is the first thing that hits you. Blight-corrupted Japan, overgrown ruins, forests erupting from cracked concrete. The Princess Mononoke comparison you'll see in every review actually holds up, and the soundtrack earns the near comparisons people keep throwing at it. Haunting, specific to this world, doing serious heavy lifting when the visuals aren't. The story's asking real questions. What it costs to survive, what we lose disconnecting from nature and each other. There's a clear Blade Runner influence as it develops, and unlike Nier, it stays coherent the whole way through. Here's what I keep coming back to though. The story's delivered through mostly static dialogue with barely any animation. Probably a budget call, not a design choice. And you feel that gap between what the game wants to say and what it can actually show. The Emma and Koo writing is genuinely the best thing here. Everything else is functional. Now the real problems. World design is the bigger issue. The corrupted zones that look distinct are great, but there are long stretches that feel repetitive and flat, and the level design actively funnels you forward in a way that hides how little is actually changing around you. The back half is where this hurts most. The front half gives you freedom and organic exploration that feels genuinely exciting. The back half abandons that, tightens into corridors and combat sequences, and quietly removes what made the early game special. The ending delivers telegraphed revelations in a color-by-numbers way, and for a game that earns real emotional investment in these two characters, that's a meaningful disappointment. And then the technical performance makes all of it worse. Frame drops, screen tearing, pop-ins, texture quality below what you'd expect in 2026 on PS5 and PS5 Pro. Multiple critics use the word appalling. Not rough, not unpolished, appalling. The harshest, honest take across all the coverage. Beguiling combat, boring world. The combat delivers. The world around it frequently doesn't. Whether you end up loving or being frustrated by this game comes down almost entirely to how much that combat can carry everything else. Final thoughts. Beast of Reincarnation is a genuinely interesting game from a studio doing something they've never done before at this scale. Game Freak built a parry-driven action RPG with one of the most creative companion systems in recent memory, a haunting soundtrack, and a combat loop that keeps you experimenting all the way to the credits. The consensus from everyone who played this is the same. The combat is why you're here, why you'll stay, and why you might come back. Not for Emma's story, for what Emma's sword can do. This is also a game that needed more time. The technical issues are consistent across every platform. The back half abandons what made the front half special. I can confidently say this should have stayed in development a little longer, and saying that out loud feels more honest than just calling it a bad game. If you're on Game Pass, download it tonight, zero cost, zero risk. If parry-based action and those Nier and Mononoke comparisons sound like exactly your thing, $60 is justified. If you came for the story, Emma and Koo deliver. Everything else is functional at best. And if you're on PS5 and sensitive to technical issues, know this is one of the rougher launches of the year, even on pro hardware. There's a genuinely great action RPG underneath the rough edges. Whether you find it depends on your patience and your platform. That's Beast of Reincarnation. Drop a comment, downloading it on Game Pass tonight or waiting for patches. I genuinely want to know where people land on this one. If you enjoyed the video, hit subscribe. And if you want to watch me actually play through stuff like this live, I'm on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Come through. Watch your back out there in the blight. And as always, stay alpha.